thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection, your fans' choice for all things Colts and Hoosiers. Come here for the first fans' perspective. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Let's get right into talking about the Indianapolis Colts. And what I want to talk about on this episode is how everything seemingly has been going bad for the Colts. Grover Stewart was suspended. Alec Pierce is dealing with a shoulder injury, and our quarterback is out for the season, most likely. How can we stay positive in these down days? I'm going to tell you all that, 5 ways that you can stay positive when things are going bad for the Colts. Let's get right into it. But first, let's thank our sponsor, Reynolds Wrap. Reynolds Wrap is fine American aluminum foil made right here in the United States. On game day, get back to the action faster. Use Reynolds Wrap. I use this stuff for everything. Transfer stuff from the fridge to the freezer to the grill. Always use Reynolds Wrap. It's a lot easier to use than that plastic stuff. Reynolds Wrap, a fine American company. Thank you to them for sponsoring this episode of Indiana Sports Connection, Reynolds Wrap. First off, I do want to talk about a little bit of the news. Grover Stewart was suspended for 6 games by the Indianapolis Colts for use of PEDs. Now, most people know he has been playing balls to the wall off of his rocker this whole season. I guess now we kind of know why. Yeah, I'm not even going to read his statement because it's the same cut, copy, and paste statement made by every NFL player when they get caught with PEDs. Oh my God, I must have been washing my broccoli with some chemical that I didn't know what it was. That's practically what he said, or something along those lines. The bottom line is, if you have a job and you can't take these substances, it's your job to know those substances. It's your job that you can't take. That's it. Moving on. So Grover Stewart, he will be out for 6 games. Alec Pierce dealing with a shoulder injury as well. And Anthony Richardson, we know, has a shoulder injury, and we're just waiting to see if he's going to have surgery on that or not. And most likely he will have surgery on that shoulder to repair that shoulder. I'm going to tell you 5 ways that you can stay optimistic during this Colts season. There are a lot more things that we can watch to stay positive. Let's get right into some of those ways right now. So, rule number 1 is our schedule is super weak. Let's bring the schedule up right here. Let's look at the schedule of the Colts right now. I'm telling you, in the next 4 games, we very well might be 5-5 or 6-4, even coming out of these next 4 games. We just have such a weak schedule. Okay, well, the Colts, they have a tough one this weekend against the Browns. That I can see being almost a copy and paste game. I think this is what has a lot of fans really down, is that we got shellacked by Jacksonville last week. And then we're going to play the Browns this week that has even a better pass rush. The Browns are the number 1 defense in the NFL right now. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough game. But we got the Saints, who stink. They don't have anybody. They have a great defense, but they have no quarterback. We have the Panthers after the Saints, which we know what that is. Frank Reich is there. They're 0-6. I mean, Frank Reich has not won a game in a long time. Panthers. Then we got the Patriots in Germany, and we know they stink. I mean, their quarterback play and offensive play is the worst in the NFL. They stink really bad. And then we got the Buccaneers, which they are starting to come unraveled as well. I mean, I've heard kind of surprised people, but they've kind of found their place right in the middle. That's going to be a game that's going to be kind of iffy. So we got Browns, Saints, Panthers, Patriots. We very well could win 3 of those games. We could win 2 of those games. We could win none of those games. But our schedule is so weak. Coming down the last 3 weeks, we have Falcons, Raiders, Texans the last 3 weeks. Now that could end up being a spot. Maybe, I'm not saying the Colts are going to get in the playoffs, but I think so many people right now are just thinking that the Colts are going to lose the rest of their games out the rest of the way. I'm telling you, that is not going to happen. They're not going to lose the rest of these games because For one, they're playing better than they played last year. We have a really weak schedule. That's the bottom line. So our schedule is weak. Reason number 2, Downs and Brents. We want to watch some of these other young guys, see how they develop in the NFL. It's not easy to play in the NFL. Brents and Downs, those are the guys I've been, really kind of like watching the most. I would really have liked to see Alec Pierce make some steps forward this season, catching the ball, and maybe he did make a couple of better plays in the Jacksonville game. We want to watch these young guys, Brents and Downs, and all of the young rookies and everything develop. It's not just Anthony Richardson, and then another reason to be optimistic, just eat more and better food on Sunday during the Colts game. So the Colts stink. I would say bring out the ribs, bring out the wings, bring out the burgers, and get the most amount of great fattening food. And you want to end your Sunday after watching the Colts with a great dessert, even if they lose. I think it's going to be Bananas Foster this week for me. So, yes, make the football games just an event for yourself. Don't get so hung up in the wins and losses. I got to tell myself that all the time. I get so into the games. I'm a very intense guy. I always have been. Just make a huge smorgasbord and feed the whole family, and you'll have a better Sunday by doing that. 4th reason, basketball is coming soon. Indiana and Purdue, they will start playing their games in about 4 weeks. Well, no, 3 weeks from now. It's the 16th, so their games start November 7th, and we all know that Indiana is a huge basketball state. So getting into the basketball, just something else to look forward to, and we're going to be watching the Colts at the same time as that, but it's going to give us something to take our mind off of how terrible things are right now. And then the 5th reason, all you gotta know is something that will make you feel better. And it's been making me feel better all yesterday as somebody sent me this video. It says, at least this exists in the universe. Taste the biscuits. This is one of the funniest stupid clips I've ever seen. But just the fact that this exists right here should be enough to really...
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings. Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. To get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese. Cause when you're at KFC, you got that special sauce to stir my curiosity. Just give me a 5-piece meal, oh what a deal. A big old box, it's all for me.
All right, so taste the biscuits, my friend. That's all you got to do to brighten your day. Don't let the Colts get you too down. I know it seems like we're just going to have to wait like 10 months to see this team back to where we want to see the development of Anthony Richardson. And I think the thing that is so disappointing about all of this really is that Anthony Richardson showed such great poise and some, attributes that we haven't seen in a long time in a quarterback in Indianapolis. We've probably never seen that type of athleticism in Indianapolis at quarterback. So we were very excited about all of that. And now we do have to wait till next year to see how Richardson is going to pan out. And it's going to be all for the best. This is what was supposed to happen. So stay positive out there, Colts fans. Have a great day. Subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you like these videos, and we will be talking about the Colts more tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Indiana Sports Connection. I am out.